Thanks for stopping by today. I'm Marty, and today we're going to take a look at these Marco Raffine artist grade colored pencils. These pencils are made in China. This is the 48 pencil set, but they come in a variety of sizes, including 12, 24, 48, 72 pencil sets. This set gives us a really good variety of color. As you can see, the yellows, the blues, the greens, and even a good variation of gray. Now today I'm going to check out the performance characteristics of these pencils and give you a sense of how well they do. And so I'm not going to take every single pencil out of the box, but I'm going to test a broad range of colors. Now I think the past year people have been asking me to review these pencils, and so I'm finally getting around to it. So I hope folks out there get some benefit from this. But what I'm doing here is just, carefully laying out the color. I mean, I'm just kind of applying the same amount of pressure to each pencil. And I like the vibrancy. I like how these go on. As you can see, there's pretty good color out of the box with these pencils, and even in the grayscale, I like the variation there, or the transition of color. The next thing I'm going to do here is try the eraser test. And you can see just really quickly, on the darker colors, not so well, but that's to be expected with colored pencils. Darker pencils are tougher to erase than lighter ones, as you might expect. The next thing I'm going to do here is use this blender to go through and sort of blend in the colors and see how well they do. What I'm looking for here is to see how much transient pencil line am I left with after I blend the color a little bit. And it's okay. It's just kind of average. In terms of blendability. And here I'm going to actually try to blend some colors. So a blue and a yellow to get a green, and you can see here it does okay. It's not outstanding, but it's adequate. So if you're willing to spend a little time and work it a little bit, I think you can get the colors you want. Here I'm just going to blend and layer some of this blue color to see how deep and rich I can get this blue to be. And as you can see, it's not too bad. So generally on the blendability, the pencils perform just, okay, they're adequate. I mean, not bad for an artist grade pencil, but not super great either. So, if you compare them in value to, say, higher end pencils, you might save a few bucks here. And if you're willing to work a little harder with the layering and some of the blending, that's fine. The other thing I'd like to point out, though, is that you're not getting as thick a core in these pencils, and that's probably how they're able to sell them a little cheaper. So you're getting a 3.3 millimeter core in this particular pencil, whereas in other brands, the higher end brands, you're getting, like a Derwent, you're going to get a much thicker core, like a 3.8 or 3.9 millimeter, and sometimes up to a 4 millimeter core in some of the higher end, Faber-Castell and Caran d'Ache pencils, I believe, or somewhere in that range anyway, 3.8 to 4. So you're going to get more pencil core for your money. So the next thing I'm going to do is try to demonstrate with an actual drawing of a bunch of grapes. And it's pretty simple, still life fruit, that's easy. So there might be a good number of layers involved here, though, because grapes have lots of color in them, although you might not think it at first. If you really pay close attention, there's greens, there's blues, there's purples, there's reds, and even some darker colors. So a good mix of color in a bunch of grapes. And again, drawings like these don't start out looking like much, but eventually they come out okay if you're willing to have the patience to work with them. And it's going to take some extra patience if you're working with these Marco Raffine pencils, because you're going to have to add more layers to get that level of realism you want in your drawings. And I'm demonstrating that here with the number of layers that I'll have to add to this to get it right where I want it to be. So I'm almost about halfway through with the drawing, and I want to spend a couple of minutes talking about some of the pros and cons of these Raffine Marco Raffine pencils. Well, one thing off the bat that I do like about them is the color is displayed on the ends of the pencils, which is nice. So if you have your pencils in, some kind of circular container, square container, and you look down, you can see the exact color that you're pulling. One of the drawbacks there is that they don't really tell you the color name on the pencil itself, so you have to go to the website for a color chart and then match the number to the color, and it's extra work that's not necessary if they just print the color name on the pencil. They probably don't do this because then they can sell the pencils, wherever they want in the world, and they don't have to worry about translation or whatever. It helps save some money, just like the 3.3 millimeter core. So you can maybe take that money and invest it in your pigments, or just better pencils overall, or what have you. But so there's that, I guess. And then the other thing that I sort of like about these pencils is when you think about the cost versus quality comparison, they're more or less a higher end student grade pencil or a low end or low grade artist grade pencil. That's how I'd characterize these Marco Raffines. I mean, they're good general purpose and they perform okay, although I haven't put them to the light fast test so far, and that's got to be another consideration as an artist. But overall, I mean, I think they do okay, and they're great for artists who are starting out, or just a sketcher in general, or people who have the patience and don't mind working a little extra to create drawings with layers and stuff like that, because you will have to work a little extra hard with these. But otherwise, overall, I find them just about average. I mean, but the money, again, that you'd save if you're starting out, maybe this is in that sweet spot or category for you as an artist. Well, in any case, it's been fun to try them out, and I thank you for your patience. Those of you who have requested I test these pencils out, and thanks a lot, and I hope this helps. Don't forget to leave a comment or a question if you have one. I always like to respond to that. Any questions I get and comments regarding the videos or just the product in general. And don't forget to check out my other reviews, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That's always a good recognition for people who do this, that you appreciate the work, and I especially appreciate it as well. Well, thanks for stopping by today as we took a look at these Marco Raffine pencils, and hope you get a chance to do some art today. Take care, everybody. So long for now.